This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, officially on the calendar, Thursday, June 23rd. We call it United Way Day of Caring today.
Yes, we do.
Nice work. 150 people out today, volunteering their time, paid by their employers, unless they choose to do it on a day off, and some people do it, to get out there and help the organizations for one day. Little projects outside of A, their own comfort zone, and B, get a good opportunity to see where your donation dollars actually go to do the great work they do in the community. It's a really fun day. So,
and yeah,
nice work.
You said 150. That's actually a record participation for them.
Right.
Like this is the most they've ever had participating. And I'd like to think, too, that by doing this, it may educate them further to realize, okay, these guys need more help. So I could actually do more with them on my own as opposed to going through the United Way, which is great. But when you're out there helping, it's like, I could help even more. I could do this, or I know someone who would be able to do this for them. Or there's just so many benefits to today. That's
a big part of it, too. When you get back to work, you talk to your coworkers about what it was like. And then more people at work will take part in the, payroll deduction plan for United Way. Nobody lives on an island for the most part, so we all know 100 people, and a few people, if you put up pictures on Facebook, we'll see them and say, hey, what was that like? And then people that don't get involved do get involved, and it's all good. It's because there was a time, like when I was doing it 10 years ago, so we'd get 90, and that's great.
That's a great number.
So it was just great. You get them all together for a big picture out in the parking lot of Reed's Dairy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Now we got 150, a couple of years we'll get 200 people out there.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Brandy and the staff at the United Way are always so appreciative of their donors and their supporters, but today's a big day, big special day.
And again, reminded just about the community that we're in.
Yeah.
The generosity, not just monetarily, but with their time and their abilities. Like people just want to give. We just want to give. Help each other out.
Speaking of helping out and having fun, tomorrow night it's going to be Downtown at Dusk in downtown Belleville.
This sounds like so much fun. We had Executive Director Louisa from Downtown BIA, and I don't even know how to put it. I think about it and I just feel good. It just sounds so much fun.
Finally, we're going to have a party in downtown again.
Exactly.
Yep. We want to make sure everybody is aware of the really cool, fun thing going on in the Belleville district Friday night. What is Downtown at Dusk all about?
Oh my goodness, we have so much going on and we're so excited because we have been waiting for a long time for this.
Yeah. So have we.
So we are excited to just bring again the excitement downtown. So we'll be closing partially the street. So Front Street will be closed for traffic from Victoria Avenue to Bridge Street East. We will have shopping, vendors, markets, food trucks, the food vendors. Of course, the patios are going to be bustling.
Oh, yeah.
Have a couple of street performers, and we will have 5 different bands. So we have a samba group with 10 percussionists. Since the day after, we have the Caribbean.
Yes.
Well, so we have the samba, which will bring samba, soca, reggae, and following that, we'll have a group who does Celtic, and so a Celtic folk band called Seventh Town. We'll have a jazz vocalist and songwriter. Her name is Lenny Stewart. And we'll have an award-winning Spanish-style guitarist who fuses just Latin jazz and flamenco and world rhythms. So we're really excited about the diversity as well. And all of this will be topped off by Johnny Sweet with his classic rock band at the end of the evening. So from 4 until 10 p.m., it will be go, go, go music. Yeah. And on the side where Victoria Street is, by Model, we will have a fashion show starting at 6. So we'll have a red carpet, and Model has planned this amazing fashion show featuring, of course, all that we have downtown as well. So people can also have a taste of what it could be like with all the, we have all the new shops that have opened during the pandemic. So it's also an opportunity for people to see what we have downtown, and we're really excited to show it all off.
Yeah. You're going to need the full 6 hours. You're going to need 4 to 10 to take all of this in, Louisa. This is amazing.
Are you sure I can't stay till midnight?
Hey,
it officially ends at 10, but nobody's saying you have to go home.
She's not giving you the okay, but...
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're really excited because, we're just bringing also culturally diverse music.
This is a great way to wrap up your week, kick off the weekend, and just enjoy downtown.
To celebrate Indigenous Heritage Month as well. We have Indigenous storytelling, and we will be opening with of course, the land acknowledgement, but we'll have Indigenous storytelling as well as some art installations that are inspired by a book called Thanksgiving Address that is created by a local Indigenous artist, Melissa Brandt. She is an Indigenous entrepreneur who owns a business downtown called She's High on Vibes. So we're really excited to see those art installations come to life in the downtown, and perhaps it's a great opportunity to get more education and learning for everyone in terms of what the local Indigenous culture has to offer in terms of art and learning and wisdom. So we're really excited to showcase that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. When we came out of the pandemic, we all said, A, we want to help our local businesses.
Yep.
B, we want to get out and enjoy ourselves more. And now you don't have to spend any gas money to get there because it's all right here in downtown Belleville with Downtown at Dusk on Friday night, 4 until 10. Louisa, thanks for everything you're doing on that.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see everyone downtown.
Like, I can picture walking along Front Street and hearing the music and smelling all the wonderful smells down there tomorrow night and just being in that environment. It's going to be so much fun.
And it's fun again. And 10 o'clock, everybody. Okay, seriously, because that's when everything closes down. It's a little creepy that I want to hang around till midnight.
She wasn't giving you the okay officially.
That's right. No,
it's kind of like, we're closing down. You don't have to go home, but you really can't stay here.
Yeah, no. There's kind of some vagrancy bylaws, Philbin. But the point is, get down there tomorrow night.
Yes.
Get there on Saturday for the Caribbean Festival. We had Mark Phillips on the podcast earlier this week. And tomorrow we're going to hear from our buddy Bill Glisky. Bill, who was with us, of course, with the Cheap Seats for many years. He is now the executive director of the Children's Safety Village. They're giving away free helmets tomorrow. It's
free
just give
helmets. Yeah, exactly.
See,
it goes back to
Saturday, not tomorrow.
Saturday.
He's on the podcast tomorrow for Saturday, giving the helmets.
But it goes back to that. We all just want to give. We do. We just give. But
we have been locked inside forever.
And we just want to give back.
And then Canada Day is coming up. Come on back for Waterfront.
Rock Fest. There's so much. When you start listing it, there's so much coming up over the next 3, 4, 8 weeks, right through the summer. There's so much.
And it's not going to be long before our buddy Doug Stevenson's going to be coming in. And weekly chat
I really hope he's come out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I really hope he's...
Poor guy. He's so introverted.
Shy. So shy.
And so unprepared.
I know.
So unprepared.
If he could just get excited about something.
And if he could only name drop a few people. Like if he could only just go out and meet some people.
He's totally the opposite of everything we've said. Doug is wonderful.
He puts us to shame, and this is what we do. Oh my gosh,
his enthusiasm is amazing. I wish, it's like, when they say about kids, I wish I could bottle their energy. I wish I could bottle his enthusiasm because he's always so excited about everything, and it's just, it's wonderful.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on here in the Quinte region. If you are listening beyond our borders, get in here for a lot of weekends because we have a lot of things going on here in the Quinte region, which is a wonderful place to raise a family. That was the other thing we talked about this morning, was based on an article that said raising a healthy, happy family in 2022 in Canada. And they broke it down by 11 criteria. And they said, if you wanted to live in the best cities for each one of these, where would you have to go? So, for example, if childcare costs are very important to you, and that's a major concern on where you live.
It can be huge.
Yeah. Move to Montreal. Montreal has the best childcare costs of I'm not saying a major city, but of a city.
I would say a major city because
But any city.
I know people who lived here in Belleville when my kids were young, and the difference between where we were and here in Belleville to me seemed astronomical. So Montreal is that much bigger. So I would think that it too would be quite a bit of money. But you're saying it is actually the most affordable in the country.
I don't know what you would pay, kind listener, for childcare right now, but in Montreal, you would pay on average $168 a month.
And for some areas, that's a week. So to pay that for a month, that's amazing.
In Toronto, it's $1,700.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 10 times.
Yeah.
In Toronto, which is the most expensive city for childcare. Toronto's got a lot of benefits. We're going to get to one of them. If that's like, for example, the other one is multiculturalism and diversity.
Yeah, okay.
If you choose to say, I want my children to live in a diverse community, that's the education I want them to have, then live in Toronto. That's a city that came out number one on that one.
Yep.
If you want to go somewhere where you want to be able to afford to give your children the best, therefore, family earning power is the most important factor, move to Calgary. Really? Calgary's median income for families is $104,000.
Wow.
When you combine mom and dad's salary, $104,000. Housing's the biggest thing going, right?
Yeah.
Housing.
Yeah.
You want to live in the community with most affordable housing? Move to St. John's, Newfoundland.
I wouldn't be against that.
I know. Slower way of life. And
you're on the East Coast.
So positive.
Oh.
Yeah. The average selling price of a home in St. John's, Newfoundland is $307,000.
Remember the days. Remember when houses around here.
Remember anything that started with a 3 came with a triple car garage, a pool, and interlocking brick driveways.
You were living large.
You had shrubs on your front lawn.
Now you're lucky to get a condo. Well, as you pointed out this morning, a lot.
Yeah, you just get
a building lot.
A building lot for $307,000.
If you're lucky.
Put a home on it if you can afford the wood. If you want to live in the best up-and-coming city, and I love this one because to me it's like I want to live in a city where it's good for me now, but I know it's going to get even better for my children. It's going to be growing, so there's going to be more opportunity for them, and we're going to stay here for a long time because it's not dying. It's not a good city that's on the downswing. It's on the upswing. And that's Moncton, New Brunswick. Said to be on the upswing. It's growing by population. It's growing by businesses. It is bilingual in nature. It has a vibrant arts and cultural scene, a lot of parks, a lot of amenities. It is the family-friendly city on the rise in Canada.
Wow.
Moncton, New Brunswick. If educating your children is the most important one, you want to go where they're going to get the best education because education is a silver bullet. Ottawa is your city. It's the quote-unquote smartest city in Canada.
I could see it being a university town, like a college town, a young person's town.
Right.
I lived there for a short time. No.
What?
No.
Like as a place to raise a family, you mean?
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
Right.
But I could see it being educational wise. The schools are great, and you have the bilingualism. So you have the French right there too, and the English, and there's so many great museums. If you want to learn, yes, I would think. But
you bring up universities. They have good high schools and grade schools too, though.
I would think so.
Okay.
I guess I just go to university. I go to the post-secondary automatically because they do. They have the universities there.
But if you're raising a family, like how's grade 2?
Yeah.
So
I'd be more curious about that.
But you're right. I mean, if they've already got a lot of great learning centers in their
and you're right, opportunities to learn because there's a lot of rich museums and history and parliaments there, of course. And it's just a great, for a kid who's a sponge, that would be wonderful to take that all in. Yeah. Right. Educational wise.
You want to live in a city where you're likely to have a job and your kids, well, the one with the highest employment rate in Canada is Guelph.
I was surprised by that.
Guelph's unemployment rate, 2.3%.
Wow.
97.7% of people who are looking for a job have one in Guelph.
It's funny because when you first brought that up this morning, I immediately thought Calgary again. I thought it west because for a long time,
forever,
people were going west because that's where the jobs were. But you're saying Guelph now.
Guelph. Wow. Most active city, big surprise, Vancouver.
Now that's getting outdoors and just being active.
Yeah, the best part for your family is we like to go hiking, we like to do all of these things outdoors.
That's where you want to be.
Go to Vancouver.
Oh, beautiful.
Most family-friendly city. And this also comes from CanadianFamily.ca because of excellent healthcare, affordable housing, medical system, low crime rate, makes it a clear number one in Canada for most family friendly, and that is Quebec City.
Wow.
Numero uno. Quebec City, number one, most family friendly.
Ticks all the boxes.
City. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So you mentioned Toronto, most diverse.
Yep.
The lowest cost of living with the highest paying job. So you take a look at that gap. So where can I make the most amount of money where I don't have to spend $1 million on a home, where I don't have to spend $3 a liter on gas. So I can make a lot without having to pay a lot. And that's Gibson's, British Columbia.
Okay, I'm going to look that up right now because I said that this morning. I have never heard of Gibson's, British Columbia.
It is on the Sunshine Coast. It is a commute away from Vancouver without having to pay Vancouver costs.
Okay, so it's right, like it's at the southern tip.
Yeah, so you're within hailing distance of Vancouver, where you could earn the big salary, but it's a dormitory community where you wouldn't have to pay the cost of living in Vancouver.
Sorry, it's north of Vancouver.
Is it?
It is, and it looks like you take a ferry. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
like you're... Wow.
They say it's also a place with a lot of people who opt for jobs you can do from anywhere. So I get to live in this wonderful place just outside Vancouver that isn't expensive. I can work from my home.
That's amazing.
And you're a ferry ride over. So, of course, the view would be awful.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's not like you're not surrounded by water here. What is the distance? I just want to see how long you are actually out of Vancouver. So it would take you,
leave my house,
if you're driving.
Hit the ferry.
Okay, almost 2 hours to get to Vancouver.
It's like living in Belleville and going to Toronto because people do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and part of that's a ferry ride. So.
Part of that's a ferry ride. Yep, you would have to take the ferry and then go across. But
Gibson's, British Columbia. Okay. Good morning to you there.
I better look into that.
And the best overall city to raise kids, from daycare to recreation to household income to climate to transportation, all of that is the Montreal suburb of St. Bruno de Monterville. That's the best place to raise children in Canada.
Overall.
Once you take them all into effect, if you say, look, which community can afford me all of these things? All of these things, the best of education, because now you're kind of close to Ottawa because you're near Montreal, so you know that daycare costs aren't high. Quebec City, yes, it's farther up the highway, but that's a family-friendly city. So the best place is St. Bruno, which is a suburb of Montreal. It's the best place to raise kids in Canada.
Wow.
So neat study. Really, really neat study. There's nothing around here. You know, there's nothing like, you think Kingston would show up. Maybe we had Guelph. But we were talking about it this morning, and somebody texted in. They said, that's just a neat question overall. A, would you rather live in a Guelph, which is number one from employment, but maybe it doesn't check any other boxes?
Yeah.
Or would you like to live in a place that checks a few boxes, is in at number 5 and 6?
Might not be number 1 in everything.
All the time, but it's so many. That's why I felt when I looked at it with the Quinte region, it's like, okay, we're not Vancouver for our activities, but we're a really active area.
We have a lot that we can do here.
We got a lot of hiking trails. We got a lot of conservation areas. We got the water. We got fishing. We got stuff in the county. We got biking.
Well, and again,
a lot of that.
Childcare might not be the lowest, but compared to other centers, it is affordable. We can still, it's okay. So let's take the whole and put up with maybe a few little ones.
Right. And I think our employment rate is pretty healthy.
You see new business coming in this way, and you want to talk about growth. Like, this is an area that is seeing growth. Things are becoming more available to our families and things to do and educate ourselves. And I would say for sure this area.
And if you look at the education of Ottawa and the diversity of Toronto, we're 2 hours either side.
We're right in the middle.
Yeah, so in the sweet spot. So that was a very good comment. Thanks for that text this morning. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's how that one worked out.
That's very interesting.
So that's how Thursday, June 23rd kind of shook out today. Tomorrow, as we mentioned, Bill's going to be on the show. We'll have your Friday song, which was ready for the... Not quite the last day of school yet, but it's getting there.
Though we are hearing about, the convocation at the college was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So they've had their convocation ceremonies. But now it's the elementary and high schools having their graduations. And thank you to everybody for sharing and letting us know about them. Keep it coming. If there's a graduation tomorrow, I know one was going on at Harmony today, so fingers crossed. I know I said showers, just very slight chance. Yeah. Very slight chance.
Not over there. Not over Highway 37.
No, it's not going to be over there at all.
It's not going to be over there. So enjoy your day today. It's Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast here on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Up daily with what went on in the morning show and other happenings here in the Quinte region of Eastern Ontario. Enjoy your day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.